Patricia for both my seller's agent and my buying agent. She was very efficient. What I really liked about her as a seller's agent is she kept me completely informed, and she advised me as far as how the market is. She's obviously an expert at the real estate market, and that's what I wanted. I wanted someone who knew what they were doing and kind of guided me. She staged the house very well, stuff I never would have thought of before. And she sold the house. And compared to the other agent I had had before, it was like night and day. She was really enthusiastic and highly informed, and really kind of guided us, and I can't tell you enough how good she was as far as that goes. And again, she sold the house, and she really fought for the best deal we could get. As a buyer's agent, call her the bulldog, because she really is an advocate. I mean, it's like she's spending her own money. She really provided so much service and did all the details, stuff that you don't want to have to deal with, and that was what I really appreciated more than anything. And the fact that she worked so hard, as if I was her only client, as if she was using her own money to buy this place. So I really couldn't think. I've had other agents before, and it was nothing like how good Patricia was as far as an agent. The fact that she was on the phone, you know, any problem that came up, she took care of it. Most of the time she took care of it before I even knew about it. And so I can't give enough praise for how great of an agent she was. I recommend her to everybody I know. I would totally use her again in an instant. She's the best.
This is a review for Realtor Patricia Martin. Hi, my name is Laura Acachella. I'm a first-time home buyer. I bought this house 3 years ago with Patty's help. And being a newbie at home buying, I did my research. I read 3 or 4 books on the subject and really learned all that was involved in buying a home before I took that first step, this very important part of my life. And I imagined it would absolutely consume my life for more than a year until I had a home. But when I got Patty involved, that wasn't the case. She did all the work. It took 3 months from the time I first started looking for a house to the time I had the keys in my hand. For example, she gave me a website to look up houses that I would be interested in, and I would call her and have 2 or 3 houses maybe that I would like to see, and she would line up 6 or 7 more in the same neighborhood so we can get through it in a couple of hours. And then when it came time to close escrow, I thought it would be so difficult to find mortgage brokers and contractors and home inspectors, but she had ready lists of reliable people at good prices that all I had to do was call a few people and pick which one I wanted. It was so easy. And Patty also has extensive knowledge in REOs and short sales because she's worked with the banks, and most realtors don't have that. So she can look at a deal and know if that's going to fall through and be a big aggravation or something good you should jump on. And even when we were closing escrow, she was wheeling and dealing on subjects that my book didn't even bring up. So I am so pleased with her work. I didn't think it would be so easy and go this smoothly, though I'm sure it wasn't smooth on her part, having to deal with difficult sellers realtors, but that was invisible to me. I had no part of that. I recommend Patty to all of my friends who want to buy or sell a home.
I'm very pleased to be able to share my experience with Patricia and Dave. I've had the pleasure of working with them for the past 5 years, and I found them to be extremely professional in everything they do, very knowledgeable, and always give their client 150%. They go the extra mile, providing amazing service, both in preparing the listings to sell, in marketing them, and then in the negotiations in order to get them sold, and the most important part, to be able to successfully close escrow. So many details are involved in the transaction that it's a pleasure to work with somebody who leaves no stone unturned and constantly exceeds their customers' expectations.
I just want to talk a little bit about the service I got from Dave and Patricia. The first thing is they came in and took over my home. time with the first realtor, and we weren't getting a lot of good progress and a lot of good service. And they came in and did a wonderful job taking pictures and showing the home and setting it up so that it had a real feel to it, a nice and neat look. And within about 4 months, we had the home sold in a very tough market and time. And then once that process went through, which was very positive experience, by the way. Patricia really bent over backwards making sure that everything was being taken care of, all the details, all the T's crossed and I's dotted. And then Patricia started working with me. I'm looking for my own place now, and took out the time. Her and Dave both took me out in a couple of days, and we just spent the days looking. And then when we found the place that I was most interested in, she did an excellent job getting the bid right where I needed it to be to do the things that I wanted to do. And then because this was a little different type of sale, she probably ended up spending a lot more time than she should as a buyer's agent. But she made sure that everything went through and that there were no issues and no problems. So I'm thrilled with the Turbo service that I got from Dave and Patricia.
Hi.
Hi.
We are first-time home buyers.
We didn't have an idea how to navigate through the market when we considered looking for a house.
We soon realized, though, that it may take a long time before we can find a place that we would like and also could afford.
But then we met Patty.
Patty patiently guided us through the whole process.
She was very proactive in introducing us to new opportunities and options.
Our demands were rather high and our budget very limited for our area.
But with Patty's help, it all worked out.
She was always available
To pick up a late call,
to show us a property.
or to explain and investigate in response to our daily questions.
We're truly happy and thankful for finding our new home,
In retrospect, we got more than we expected,
and in a record time.
which counts especially in this market.
Patty's help and experience was instrumental to our success in finding our new home.
We feel very lucky that we met Patty.
Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
This is Albert.
Hi, this is Esmeralda. We just wanted to thank Patty Martin for helping us buy our second home. She did such an amazing job. She helped us throughout the process with everything. She was so helpful, always willing to help. And if we had any questions, she really answered them quick.
Day and night.
Day and night, yes. She helped us a lot. I would recommend her to any one of my friends and family, which I have, because she always does such an amazing job.
And she did a very good job making the VA process as smooth as possible.
Well, we were looking for a house out in the desert, and we didn't know anything. I'd never purchased a house before, so we called Dave and Patricia, and they helped us negotiate with the guy out in the desert, and we ended up getting what we wanted and getting the price that we were able to pay and comfortable with, and we were pretty happy with what transpired. And Dave and Patricia really talked us through the process of what we needed to do, because I had no clue. Terry had a little better the idea than I, but it could have been a nightmare without the help.
They held our hand through the whole process, which was really important, because for a major purchase like that, we were glad to have them walking us through the whole process.
And dealing with people from out of the area. It's a couple hours away, so to deal with them and you know, you guys being able to go out and take a look at the property and deal with him really made a big difference, because we would have been foolish otherwise, possibly, because we really wanted the place. It was something that we really were happy with and glad that we got it. So, and Patricia helped us with getting somebody to do the financing for us, which was pretty pain-free, and the whole thing took just a matter of weeks.
They came to our house, signed the docs and everything. It was all pretty painless. And that means a lot. We really thank them a lot for that. We appreciate it.
Now we've been there a year and a half, and we've done a lot of work around there, and we enjoy it. It's our getaway on the weekends, so we can go there and unwind.
I would really like to make one of those testimonial videos that talks about how amazing Patty and Dave are and the whole positive experience we had as dealing with them as realtors.
Yes, especially with the selling strategies they provided at our house. I mean, they provided the staging for professional photography. Also, setting the right price.
Definitely. And I want to mention the fact that we went into escrow within a week of our first open house. And in fact, remember our first open house? We had multiple offers on that first day.
Not only that, our house was sold within a week for over asking price.
Good point. I definitely want to put in there something about their communication. Awesome communication. Always responded to texts. Always got back to our emails. No problems with that at all. Excellent communication.
And patient, because they were stuck with us for 2 years
True.
in order for us to get our dream home. They were so patient with us. They took it to multiple houses, and they just were really patient with us.
True. Last thing, write this down. Recommendations. I want to put in there that we've recommended them to so many people. Families, friends, everyone has had really positive experience with them as professionals. So, sounds like fun. We'll start with an introduction, something like, "Hi, I'm David."
And I'm Elvira.
Cool. All right, I'll get the camera. You get the tripod. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Cool.
My name is Jenny McAvoy, and I'd like to talk about my experience with our realtor, Patricia Martin. We met Patricia a few years ago when we bought our condo. Patricia was very professional. We were very impressed at how she was able to answer our questions, and actually she represented us when we bought the condo, and she supplied us with all the information that we needed, and we were very pleased with the job that she did. In fact, a couple years ago, we decided to also sell the condo, and so we contacted Patricia again and asked us to help sell the condo. Patricia did a lot of work selling that condo. She put out flyers. She told us when she was going to have an open house, when she was inviting realtors in. I know that she would have an open house, and because the management company was having problems at that time, I know she actually went through and picked up trash on the way to our condo, which I thought was above and beyond what she needed to do. So we were very impressed with her. She was great fun to work with. We always enjoyed her. She always answered our questions, and she was very aggressive in trying to sell our condo for us, so we really appreciate her efforts. So I would highly recommend Patricia, if you're looking for a realtor, to work for you and to really do a super job, because she certainly has our recommendation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jerry Morrow. Patty and Dave, my realtors, did a great job. Took professional photos, took care of me. Within 25 days I had my house sold. I don't know who else to go to. They just did great. They were out there when I needed them. They answered all my questions, got us sold in a flash, and I'm very happy with the whole thing. Thank you very much.